Welcome to part 3 of Rape Culture History. So, if you want the foundation of these lectures, I would definitely watch part 1 and part 2. However, if you feel that this is all you need, then great. Okay, but we have the Son of Wands in reverse and supported by the Two of Cups upright. So as your self-love grows and expands and is solidified, people will put their value onto you. Okay, so let's say before you used to only attract individuals who like to string you along and say, yeah, I'm doing my very best to get this degree, to start this business, but you never saw anything coming. You never really saw it. And you thought perhaps they really are trying, just, they're experiencing life in their own unique way. But eventually you started to see past the illusions and you started to see this person is just keeping me around while they're having me in third-party situations, and I'm being negatively impacted by staying in the now. Now it's time for me to be gentle and compassionate with myself and prepare to get out of this situation. Okay? And this is when you will notice that as much abuse, and abuse is different for everybody. It could be verbally, it could be mentally, it could be emotionally, it could be physically. As much abuse as you allowed within this dynamic is how far this person is willing to go to basically trauma bond you even further or trauma bond you again. Okay? In my case, I let it get so far to the point, that my abusive ex of my oldest daughter, he is fucking nuts. And I take accountability because I took on a lot of abuse from him. Not only him, from the people closest around him. So a lot of people from my past, they have a lot of fucked up expectations towards me of abusing and harming me. That's why they're actively trying to give me gifts and things like that, so they can put me back in this very severe cycle of abuse, much worse, okay? That's why people say, when you leave an abuser, don't go back to them, okay? Now, these people unknowingly stole my, back in the day, they stole my abundance energy. And now that it's all with me, well, they willing to give the last of their motherfucking money just to get access to me so that they can abuse me further. So, if you're not used to abundance and I mean, when I say abundance, I'm not saying, oh, yeah, I got money. I mean, like, if you're not used to being connected to spirit consistently, if you're not used to having your chakras in alignment consistently, if you're not used to being able to communicate with your spirit team consistently, if you're not used to being able to, love yourself consistently, unconditionally, and universally, and this is abundance. This is truly what people want when they are, targeting you. They could care less about the abundance. The abundance just gives them power over sheep like-minded people. You know what I mean? They really just want that love that you have at the end of the day. If you're going to keep it 100 about everything. But when you are, not used to this, and you get to the aspect where you're able to build up the lifestyle that you want so that you can be able to maintain this. This is what manifestation is really all about. Making sure that you are always one at all times. This is why people say they want to manifest their ideal lifestyle so that they can be able to maintain themselves within themselves when they go out into a world that is full of instability. What comes with this? You're going to be a mirror to people who their chakras are consistently not in alignment. All the healing that you have done, they're going to be able to see, shit, I ain't did it. And this is where, when you are manifesting your life, you have to accept that, okay, I have to be okay that some people ain't gonna like this. But this is my life, and I'm not going back to that old illusion again. So, fast forward. When you are in this place, you're going to start to receive love offers from individuals who are quote unquote enlightened. They just have a lot of esoteric knowledge, and they know how to effectively communicate with the public on a very mass level, in 3D way. For example, let's say I'm gonna pretend I'm a dark magician and I have manifested a $1 billion company. And so other people don't actually know how I did it, but what do? I put out, hey, so this is what our company does. We can help you with A, B, and C. All right. These are the requirements to receive services in such a particular way. We look forward to being able to work with you. Now, a poverty mindset person will be like, oh shit, everybody jumping up on that dick. I'm about to do the same. Uh-huh. All right. Like iPhones. A lot of people went and motherfucking bought iPhones instead of actually taking the time to go get therapy. Think about how emotionally and mentally imbalanced you have to be to stand in line out in the cold and camp out for an iPhone. And this is seen as, oh, that's normal. But for someone who's expressing how they feel about trauma, you got people being illegally locked up in a mental hospital. So you see how backwards this is? So, when you learn to love yourself, you're going to be attracting a lot of individuals who would like to express how they view their value by projecting it onto you with gifts, financial gifts. Okay? And normally what comes with these financial gifts is strings attached. I'll give you this amount of money, but you have to give me something. Now, there's a lot of women who have raised their value. They've been able to attract sugar daddies, or men have been able to attract sugar mamas, or same sex, was able to attract a sugar daddy or a sugar mama, and it became a very bondage type thing, dynamic. But due to the individuals having money, there was a lot of sadistic shit that went on that no one knows about. And it was already set up that if you go out and speak about it, and if you are living in the energy of fear, you won't be coming back. Now, it's important to keep in mind that because this world is basically formed with connections, but a lot of people don't have a connection with themselves, so they're looking for outside connections. Now, when you have a connection with yourself, a lot of individuals will do everything to disconnect you from yourself. And the biggest way to do this is through, a romantic relationship. This is why the craze of twin flames spread like flames for a very long time, because it was very effective and it played on people's unhealed traumas. People knew they could heal a little bit, but they didn't know how to heal further. So when they stopped healing, they just kept repeating the same things over and over. That's why you have some tarot readers who are just like, oh my gosh, so what do they think about you? What's their karma? Such and such, such and such. It's because they have not yet healed a particular wound. Now, some of them their journey may be a little bit longer than the others, but pay attention to those long-term people who will consistently put out stuff that keeps you stuck in that energy of resentment. Now, I think there's going to be a part 4. As your value raises, you're going to have insecure people who will copy you. The same people that used to call you crazy and copy your shit. I've had a whole bunch of people try to get me hospitalized while copying me. And then because I do me better than they can do me, they went hard to get me hospitalized. And now them motherfuckers is quiet because they're starting to see, people can truly see where that personality that they're putting on came from. So we live in a world full of fucking sociopaths who is doing reverse psychology and abusing psychology. Okay? We live in a world where people's envy and jealousy gets the best of them. Now, because we're talking about envy and jealousy, there's going to be a lot of people who do not understand the level of intellect and spirituality that you have when you refuse to take these offers of individuals who are highly sadistic with money. So you go from experiencing extreme poverty in love and things like that and connections to being able to connect with high value individuals. Now, high value, we're talking about financial. They're able to effectively, communicate, but you have to take into consideration anyone whose love language is gift giving and they're not able to really express how they feel. Like, let's say, for example, I'm going to describe an example of going to the gas station. Babe, I went to the gas station and I was so grateful to be driving, but at the same time, I was really bothered because, I felt very vulnerable, with what people were asking of me. So I really was frustrated and pondering on it. And then I heard a song on the radio that said, relax. Now, I didn't want to relax because my toxic masculine energy was like, we got to figure out a solution. But I thought about tapping into my feminine energy. My feminine energy said, relax. And I did. And so, my body started to relax. I was putting pressure on my body. I felt my nervous system really starting to kick up. And so, I just, got my car, got out the car, went into to the store to go pay for the gas. And I saw your favorite snack. And that made me smile. Because I thought, shit, I would never have noticed that particular snack if you didn't like it. And so I went and picked up your favorite snack, paid for the gas, got back in the car, and the situation fixed itself. Now, I don't know how that happened, but I'm learning how to trust again, and it's scary as shit. All right, so end of example. Now, here is some surface level ass shit. Babe, you make everything better, man. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be who I am right now. Like shit, like I'm a better man because of you, or a female. Honey, I'll do any and everything for you. Same cards popped out. Son of Wands in reverse, supported by Two of Cups. So part 4 is going to talk about high level of unconditional universal love, because basically as you're learning to love yourself and healing from sadism and toxic connections, you are experiencing different levels, different devils, and on the other side is the love that you have been looking for.